walk us through what does it take to find, recruit, and bring that youth team together? Because remember, this is not the NBA.
Right.
This is not even the collegiate level, right? So you're bringing what, 16, I think 16, 17-year-old students from around the country to play around the world at the highest elite level at that phase of their life. Walk us through the recruiting process. How do you build the team? How do you build that culture? Because they haven't been playing with each other. How does that whole dynamic work?
Well, one thing about USA basketball, it has an incredible culture set already. So when kids come there, they kind of understand the culture as soon as they get there. But what makes it the culture is when you got NBA guys wanting to play for their country for nothing, to represent their country, that's when you have culture. And so, like, them having, the Michael Jordans and all those guys representing their country, Dream Team and Redeem Teams and, Kobe Bryant's, all those guys, it makes it a lot easier to go out, and because these kids see that as something they want to do. It's on their checklist. It's on their, they want to be a part of that. So when we're going out recruiting kids, we're trying to find the best of the best. And like right now, I'm headed to Colorado Springs this weekend. We're getting ready to select the U16 team that'll represent us this summer in Mexico for the U16 tournament. And we'll bring in 36 of the top teams. And I mean, this is what we do when we build those teams. But we only pick 12. And so it'll be a lot of kids that get cut that are the best players on their team, that are 5 stars, that are ranked in the top 10. But we try to find the 12 that work best together. Because if we just pick the top 12 based on rankings, that team could be a cluster.
Yeah.
All right. But if we pick the team, because we've had guys on our team for USA that were like 2 stars, that were great players for us because they understood and they fit. And I think fit is the right word when you're talking about USA basketball. We try to find the best 12 that fit, and that's what we'll do this weekend.
How do you do that discovery process? So, like, we've got teams, we've got product teams, we've got functional teams, cross-functional teams, and there are different personalities, there are different levels of experience. Some people just fresh, some people with decades of experience. How do you know, or what are the things that you're looking for that the team has the dynamics and are gelling together that can become, a winner?
Yeah, you look for intangibles. I mean, it's all about the intangibles. Like one of the things I'll just give you in our field or in what we do, we look for kids that play extremely hard. They give full effort. They're communicators. They're great teammates, and they're coachable. It's like a DNA. We build a DNA around that. Like those 5 intangibles, and we look for kids that try to incorporate those 5 strands of the DNA. That we call it the DNA of USA basketball. And so if they have those things, it makes us that much better as a team when we can fit 12 guys that have those likely intangibles. You might find a kid here and there that might be one of the most talented kids, and they might be lacking the communication part. They might not be a great communicator, but that's something we want to be able to. We don't want them not to be on the team because they're not a communicator, but we want to teach them how to become a great communicator because they have the other 4 things. Or they might, not. Let's say they might not be as talented as skilled as some of the kids we're going to probably cut, but they're coachable. They're great teammates. They can live with being the 12th man. One of the things we do at USA Basketball, when we're getting ready to get it down to like 8, we'll go from 36, let's say, to 18. But when we get to 18, we'll interview each kid separately. And one of the questions we'll ask them, are you okay with being the 12th man on the team? Because that's a defining question, because some kids, they've never thought about being a 12th man because they've been so talented. And the resounding the answer to that question is yes. And so when you get that, then you got to see if they really believe that. But when you get that, that tells you how bad they want to be a part of what you have, and that's culture. Because we had kids even elaborate on that and say, "Yeah, I'll bring water to my teammates when But at that point, of course, they want to be on the team. But when you're down to that number, you kind of get to the real knit and grit of who they are as a person.